Smile Mom Stronger. Today we have a bike fit workout. We're gonna need a large stability ball, loop band, massage ball, somewhere to do your step ups, either a higher or a lower box. And you can have some additional weights to weight those step ups if you choose. So let's get started here, down on our hands and knees. Hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. We're gonna do some cat-cows. Inhale, let the belly and pelvic floor go and look up. Exhale, press up through your palms, engage your pelvic floor and core and round up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, engage and round. Everything's moving from the pelvis first, head's the last part to move. Check in with those glutes, make sure those glutes are staying relaxed. Last one. Good, so we're gonna end up in a hip opener here and we're gonna rock back into a hamstring stretch. So you can walk your hands forward. You can add a little rotation at the top there if that feels good. Comfortably uncomfortable, don't force anything in these movements. We're doing a little bit of mobility, moving our joints through their range. Might get a little further each time, but don't force anything. And switch sides. If your toes are up, you'll get a little stretch in your toes as you come back, which feels kind of nice. Nice big exhale as you open up here. Use your breath. Couple more, and then we're gonna start to activate. Good. So we're gonna stand up now and we're gonna get into some pelvic tilts. I want you to pretend you're holding on to some ski poles here. And we're just gonna tilt the pelvis back by engaging our core, zipping up our pelvic floor. And then inhale, tip the pelvis forward, tightening up the muscles in your back. Exhale. So notice how my shoulders and my legs are staying in the same spot, just my pelvis moving. So we're working on strengthening the extensors in our back here, and then our core and our extensors relax. So we're getting good movement through our pelvis, strengthening our back. It's gonna give us more endurance, holding that bike, being stronger on those long climbs. A couple more. Probably starting to burn. If you need to come up and wiggle it out, you can, and then come back in. Grab your band, we're gonna place it around your knees. You're gonna have one foot on the wall, for my instance, the couch. We're gonna hinge and go into a little clam opener here. So we're stabilizing on this left leg, challenging it by opening up with the right. You might feel a little glute there, but majority should be in this stabilizing leg. Weight through that heel. Keep contact with that big toe. Nice work. One more. Come on up, switch sides. You can put the other toe on the wall. Get into that hip hinge and open up. Use these arms here. Keep that contact with that toe. Feel that glute burning. Core is on. As we exhale, we open up and we engage that core. Our breath is powerful. We can work our core with every movement if we choose to, if we're mindful. Slow is fast. Don't rush these movements. After this, we're going to get into our circuit. We have 5 exercises in our circuit. All right, lose the band. We're starting with step ups. So you can start on a smaller step lifting up onto one leg. Hip hinge as you come down. You can add a little internal rotation if that feels good. You can go to a higher step. As long as you're not pushing off that bottom leg, that you're lifting yourself up. Keep that knee, hip, ankle aligned. Two, and one. Other side. Hinging, lifting yourself up. On the second set, you can add those dumbbells, or if this feels easy, you can add dumbbells now. The workout's only about 20 minutes today, or maybe even just 18. So challenge yourself. Then we're gonna go to some push-ups with a hold. So come up to your higher bench. We're gonna go down and we're gonna hold for 15. You can go lower if that feels good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Now let's go through 5 push-ups. Keeping that core nice and strong. Big exhale as you come up. 2 more. Last one. And then hold again for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're gonna go into our plank on the stability ball. So you can either put it against something to start off, making it easier, more stable, or you can have it away out on its own. Hips are nice and level. You can stir the pot if you want to make it more challenging, or just hold. My ball's a little deflated. I should have checked it out before I started. Breathe. Ten seconds. Nice work. Good. Now we're gonna go on our back. We're gonna go into hamstring curls. So hips up, pulling in, down low is easy. If you wanna make it harder, come up into a high bridge. You can alternate, regular plank, high. So get rid of my socks. So I'm alternating. Slow on the way out. Really work those muscles eccentrically. Last one. Good. So now we're gonna get up. We're gonna go into some burpees. So you can use a higher surface. You're gonna reach up or jump up, plant your hands, jump out, in and up. So no push up with these, just more of like a planking burpee. Nice and soft with those landings, strong in your core as you jump out. Don't let those hips sag down. Keep going, we got 20 seconds. Getting that heart rate up. Then we're gonna go back into those step ups. Or a little rest and then step ups. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Breathe, grab a sip of water, and in 10 seconds we'll get going with our step ups. So round 2 coming at you. So you can challenge yourself by keeping a slower step. You can add some weights to your hands, or you can go to a higher step. Here we go. I'm gonna add some weights to a lower step. Hip hinge, drive those hips up, press through that heel. Keep tension on those hamstrings as you go down. Don't just drop down. Nice work. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. 45 seconds. Here we go. Push that heel through that step. Lift and extend. Keeping tension in your core, keeping yourself nice and balanced. Ankle, knee, hip, whoops, and shoulder all together. Another 15 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Going into that push-up, we're gonna hold down at the bottom. 10 more seconds. Nipple line right at the edge of your bench or your bar. 3, 2, 1. 5 push-ups. You can go lower or higher, whatever feels good for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press on up. Nice work. We're gonna go into stability ball plank. So down on our elbows, chest over ball. Here we go. Again, you can push it up against something to make it more stable. You can challenge it with some turns, some stirring of the pot. "20 seconds. Breathe. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Let's go into those hamstring curls over on your back. Legs extended out. Hips up. We're gonna curl in. Slowly extend back out. You can curl up to make it more challenging. You can either do all hamstring bridges or alternate between the low curl and the high bridge. Nice work. Sometimes my feet need to be readjusted and I just walk them back in. Nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're gonna finish it off with some burpees here. 45 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So jump up, plant it down. You can make it harder and go from the floor. But keep that core strong when you jump out into that plank. Don't lose that connection. 15 seconds. Five, four, three, two, and one. Nice job. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna roll out our glutes here. So finding the ball underneath your glute there, rolling around. Letting that heart rate come down. You can bring that ankle up to get a little bit deeper. Sinking into a spot, breathing. Good. Let's go over to the other side. You can start on the ground, just searching. If you want to get a little deeper, you can. And just getting you more into that piriformis, that deep hip rotator there. Finding a spot, breathe into it. Nice work. Let's get into your TFL. So if you find your hip bone here and you just move it a little bit lower and lateral, you're gonna go on your side and it's gonna fit right in there. You're gonna know you're there. You can just sink, relax into it. Breathe. Okay, let's move up and over to the other side. So again, find that hip bone, move it down and lateral. This little pocket there. And you'll feel it. We're almost done here. We're gonna finish with happy baby here in a moment. But keeping these hips happy, hips get tight on the bike. We're kind of stuck in a bit of flexion the whole time. So let's finish off in a half kneeling position. We're gonna tuck that glute under, tuck that tailbone under, to stretch out the front of the hip. Reach the knee down into the floor, reach the other arm up and over, add a little tilt, point your hip bone away, getting a nice stretch all the way up that hip flexor into the psoas there. A couple more breaths here. And switch sides. So tuck that under, don't just lean forward. Extend up, reach that knee into the ground, lateral tilt, and rotate that hip open slightly. Create some tension here on the inside knee to rotate. Breathe into those ribs, expand. Two more breaths. and unwind. And you're all done. Good job. Have yourself a wonderful day.